Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Jonathan Heeren, and this is a representation of my leadership journey through the doctoral program at Concordia St. Paul. I entitled my capstone project Fulfilling a Need, a call to leadership from an educator and lifelong learner, because there is a growing need for leadership in almost all facets of society, and I am looking to where can I input my leadership, especially in the educational world. Growing up, I was involved in a lot of activities, and a lot of those helped shape and develop my leadership skills. I was involved in multiple sports and athletics. I was involved in Boy Scouts, several church groups and church choirs, as well as several clubs in school. I have a bachelor's degree in mathematics from Luther College and a master's from St. Mary's University of Minnesota in educational leadership. And in my current role as an educator, I have been a facilitator of instructional support, which basically means I am helping other teachers leverage technology, leverage techniques to improve their own teaching. And then I've also been part of a strategic planning committee, which revisited and modified our district strategic plan in order to better serve learners. I've also been a multi-sport coach and coached at several different levels, and I'm generally considered a resource for other teachers, especially around technological things. My leadership practice is based in my three big ideas. That is my mission, my tagline, and my values. And my mission is that I'm an authentic leader, and authenticity means a lot to me. I need to be who I am. I can't be fake. I need to be passionate about the things I'm passionate about and delegate when I am not as passionate as someone else. I'm focused on equitable service just because there are a lot of structures still in place that minimize or do not allow certain members of the population to grow. And then I am dedicated to individual growth and success for all, just because I am focused on how to develop and how to grow people around me. My non-negotiable values are all centered around trust. I expect everyone to act honestly and with integrity. You work and act in earnest and to be genuine. I'm going to be completely honest and upfront, and I expect that from everyone around me as well. The other non-negotiable values are flexibility, which basically means being able to adjust, being able to change practices, being able to shift roles in an ever-changing environment, as well as be willing to let things go that no longer serve a purpose. I know that is not easy, I understand, so I have to have compassion towards others and their experiences, their values, and their insights, and then listen to understand instead of listening to just reply. And that also centers around some diversity things as well, listening to lived experiences and kind of acting on those so that they don't happen again if they are negative. Reflection is a big part of my leadership plan. Individual reflection on personal values, personal goals. What is my role? What purpose do I serve? What purpose can I serve? How can I contribute? And then organizational reflection on practice, on how do you do things, on the culture, on the systems that are in place, and your values. And is there a shift? Is there a difference between the values you put out, you promote, and the actual culture? And finally, commitment. Change is difficult and growth is difficult. Perseverance is required, especially when changes or new things are met with opposition. We kind of need to negotiate and commit to those changes. My tagline is simply, where's the best you? This represents who I am and what I'm about. Just how do I make you a better version of yourself? My passion is in athletics and much more than just beyond the physical. According to the Minnesota State High School League head coaches course, teens end up participating in sports for the big three: sense of belonging, purpose, and to build self-esteem. And then teens quit sports when the focus becomes too much on winning and not on growth and development. The Minnesota State High School League coaches course is based on this book, Inside Out Coaching by Joe Ehrmann. And the reason he coaches and he lays out is he coaches to help young boys become men of empathy and integrity who will be responsible and change the world for good. He coached football, but that is obviously very applicable to young girls and women as well. This is all a growing trend by the National Federation of State High School Associations, the NFHS, to utilize high school sports as an extension of the classroom, something to help kids learn lessons beyond what they might learn in school. My dissertation focus is using sports to teach leadership. How is leadership developed by participating in high school athletics? What role do coaches and athletes play in leadership development? And this will be from a grounded theory approach. It will be qualitative as well. My leadership action starts with my leadership point of view. I need to be authentic, as I mentioned before, build trust, have integrity and compassion, all while maintaining a balcony view for the purpose that I'm serving. I need to be an agent for change and improvement. Change is inevitable and is difficult. I need to communicate multiple levels, different roles, different strategies, any changes that might be coming. And Cotter's 8-step model and the Bridges transition model will definitely help me at least have a place to start from. Diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. There for a long time in several areas of society, there is a underserved community or several underserved communities. So we need to show compassion and empathy for those. We need to realize the structures that are in place that have kept those communities down. And then we need to understand their experiences in order to dismantle those structures to take away our bias. And finally, trust across differences. We need to trust that people are being honest and people are being forthcoming with their experiences. And we also need to address some of the issues in high school sports and some of the issues in high school education. Way too many people still think the purpose of high school sports is to get a college scholarship. There's much, much more to it than that. So having some trust and having some honest conversations and difficult conversations about what a young athlete can get out of participating in high school sports are going to need to happen. All of this is based around problem solving. That's kind of my biggest leadership action, is solving problems. My action strategies are to start with a teachable point of view, clarity around goals. What is the purpose? What are specific roles? What's my role going to be? What is my mission? What are my values? And then using my previous experiences or others' previous experiences to kind of help guide decisions. What is been happening? What is a fact about happening? And how can we change those for the better? I also need to use that to build trust through inclusive conversations. So having some equitable conversations about what is right, what is equitable, based on these 4 experiences: exposure, engagement, and empathy. And then promoting equitable actions and policies. And those 2 things kind of boil down to what I'm saying down here: engage in reflection individually and organizationally. So reflect on the individual purpose, reflect on the organizational purpose. There's differences between culture and reality, and those need to be addressed. And that is a way for all to contribute to the larger conversations of what are we doing here. Develop growth through change. So what's essential? What do we need to keep? What's expendable? What can we get rid of? Fostering adaptability and mobility, being able to change with the times, change with situations. And finally, negotiating the emotional change. Anytime there's a shift, there's obviously going to be a fallout emotionally. How can we negotiate that? How can we support that? And how can we help people through that process? My continuous improvement plan is to 1, understand my strengths, and 2, be aware of my weaknesses. I have the ability to persuade, drive, and inspire people towards goals and objectives. I am very determined to achieve, and I possess strong resolve towards that. And I've got a passion for developing leadership in athletes. My weaknesses: sometimes I'm too focused on work, the all work, no play situation. I become too focused on goals and not enough on people. I think too much about achievement and accomplishment and not how it will affect people. And then how can I empower others to kind of overcome where I'm weak? How can I have someone step up and who is strong where I am weak, and how can we work together for the best possible service? That is my presentation. I want to thank you very much, and I look forward to your feedback.